All right, so I want to clear up a common myth that I hear a lot in regards to why Christians started worshiping on Sunday instead of Saturday. And I hear that it has to do with this belief that Constantine or the Council of Nicaea changed it. And you know what? I'll admit, that does sound interesting. It sounds juicy, right? But no, my friends, that's just bad history. You see, long before Constantine was even born, early Christians were already gathering on Sunday, which is the first day of the week, to worship. And why? Well, it was because that's the day that Jesus rose from the dead. Sunday became known as the Lord's Day. Take Acts chapter 20, verse 7 as an example, which, by the way, was written well before Constantine was born. It says, on the first day of the week, when we gather together to break bread. Now pause. What's that? Well, that's Christian worship on a Sunday. Or let's take 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 2 as an example, where Paul tells believers to set aside offerings on the first day of every week. And why? Well, it's because that's when they were already gathering. And look, this wasn't just a biblical pattern, it's the same pattern that we see in the early church. Justin Martyr, writing around AD 150, almost 2 centuries before the Council of Nicaea, mind you, says this: we all gather on the day of the sun because it is the first day on which God created the world and Jesus Christ our Savior rose from the dead on the same day. Or take Ignatius, writing around AD 107. He also confirms this by saying, if therefore those who were brought up in the ancient order of things have come to the possession of a new hope, no longer observing the Sabbath, but living in accordance with the Lord's day, on which also our life sprang up again by him and by his death. By the way, that's the same Lord's Day that John speaks of in Revelation chapter 1, verse 10. And so, as you can see, no, Constantine did not invent Sunday worship, and neither did the Council of Nicaea. Both of those claims are just historically inaccurate. And so, my friends, if you hear someone say this, just tell them, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Instead, check your sources, because, I don't know, they may not be telling you the truth.